next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, at quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On first down, Fowler. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Fowler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here in Vegas.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
At the 30-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Wagner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Throwing on first down. Wagner. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hicks. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a give right side. It's Burgess. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fowler. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 3rd down, Fowler. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there, certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
To throw on 2nd down, Wagner. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down now. McCollum, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Fowler. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Wagner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fowler. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Fowler. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Wagner fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. Wagner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Fowler. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Fowler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work. There's the stiff arm. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Hooker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He probably wants to improve how he's been playing. There's no doubt about that, but you don't want to overthink it too much and reinvent the wheel when your team's up, right?
That's so true, because now if you're just worried about how you're playing, even though the team's winning, that's a selfish side of you that you don't want out there, and that's not what the best quarterbacks exhibit. So here's an opportunity to go ahead and guide the team, try and get better as the game goes along. But remember, your team's winning. Things are pretty good.
Yeah, they've got the advantage. We'll see how he does personally here this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Off play action. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burgess. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wagner got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wagner. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fowler. He finds his man complete. That's Simmons. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, Fowler. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fowler. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fowler. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime now with a visit. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 2nd down and 7. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
On 2nd down now, it's Burgess. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Fowler. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fowler. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Fowler. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcons first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Burgess. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
To throw on second down. Fowler over the middle, complete. That's Simmons. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's get him. Come on.
Looking to throw. Fowler. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hooker, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hicks. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hooker.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Wagner. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Wagner. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fowler. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wagner. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Wagner throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Wagner. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Let's go.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second down, McCollum. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He's down to 30. It's a gain of 6. First down, Falcons.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Fowler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On second down now, it's Burgess. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Carry here for Burgess. Able to slither by. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on the runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fowler. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. From the gun, Fowler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, McCollum evades him at the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fowler. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hooker. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down. Wagner. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this throw caught left side. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, Fowler. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Fowler. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Looking sideline, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hicks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating. Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake. Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll keep it on the ground. Burgess. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game. It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are. Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they